Improving my 5-inch gauge Lion steam locomotive, Part 2. The job begins by removing the taper pins from the crank webs. This requires patience and a firm yet delicate approach with a small hammer. Hitting a piece of brass is better than hitting the taper pins directly. Once the taper pins are out, the crank webs are removed by gently using the hammer once again to loosen them from the ends of the axles. This appears to be a very simple job, but it can go very wrong if you're too heavy-handed, and it's really not a good idea to try and hammer out the taper pins directly with the hammer. I'm using a piece of brass bar. This works very well. You have to be very careful to not mark anything in the surrounding area. The axle boxes are made from gunmetal, which is soft and marks very easily. I'm using this special pair of long-nosed pliers. What's special about them? They do not have any serrations on the inside of the jaws. They are less likely to make a mess of the end of the taper pin. This first crank web came off the axle very easily just by rotating it manually. The front crank webs won't be as easy as this. Originally the front axle was a bit short, so I made 2 end caps which were very small parts, and I fitted them with Loctite 603. When I was doing this job, I remembered that I'd used a piece of cotton around the crank pin to take up the slack and also hold some oil. I'm removing the taper pin from this crank web in exactly the same way as I've just shown, using the piece of brass to avoid damaging the taper pin and the surrounding area. Now I turn the engine around and do exactly the same thing. In this clip, I'm undoing the nut which allows removal of the coupling rod. Temporarily though, I'm refitting the nuts so I don't lose them. These are not commercial hexagon nuts, they're made specially for the job. This small locomotive has been sat on my windowsill for about 5 years, so I think it's a good idea to give it a bit of a clean. I'm not going to go mad, I'm just removing the dust. It looks good as it is. This time the taper pin didn't want to come all the way out. This means that the end of it is slightly damaged. I need to adopt a different method. I tapped the pin again using a blunt screwdriver, and this time it moved all the way out. You can see that the end of this pin is discoloured, and I don't know why. You must not do what you see me doing here. The only reason I'm using the hammer directly on the crank pin is because at the end of it is a roll pin, and that's what I'm hitting. I think some of the Loctite that I used to secure the cap must have found its way into the joint. The solution was to spray the area with some WD-40. This works its way in, lubricates the part and allows it to rotate on the axle. After the application of the WD-40, I can now slide the crank pin off the axle with ease. Enough of taper pin removal for the moment. It's time to clean up the crank webs. And for this, I'm going to drop them into a tub of standard cellulose thinners, or lacquer thinner as it's known in the USA. Be careful with this stuff, you must use it in a very well ventilated area. I've opened the window in my workshop. Try not to touch it, and definitely don't get any in your eyes. I buy these very useful food containers, so while the cellulose thinners is doing its job of cleaning the crank webs, I fit the lid to the food container, and this keeps the horrible smell inside the food container, not in the workshop generally. Oddly enough, the cellulose thinners attacks the plastic of the lid, but not the main body of the tub. As you can see, it's a bit warped, but it still seals, and that's the main thing. After 24 hours, I remove the parts from the tub of cellulose thinners, then I take off the nuts and put them in the plastic box with the other small parts. This is not a new engine, in fact it's quite old, and some of the parts are going to need a clean-up. I need to do something about the loose crank pins. I'm just checking the fit of the taper pins. I think I may use some new ones. You can clearly see the bush that's been pressed into this crank web. I don't think that was intentional. You can see this even clearer after I cleaned up the crank web using some Scotch-Brite. Now these parts have been degreased, they can go back in the red plastic box. Because this engine isn't pristine, I think it looks good. Because it's not a model of a squeaky clean, fully preserved steam locomotive like you see in most of the societies. In the next episode, I'm going to find out why the wheel is loose. It's nothing to do with the crank pins or the crank webs, but it might be something to do with the actual crank axle. I'll find out soon. That's it for this episode. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my main Steam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.